What's up guys and welcome back, it's Danny Plays, and today I'm going to be doing another Inktober video. Today is day 2 of Inktober, and the topic is suits. And I said in my last Inktober video that I would not be taking suit the way most people would probably think. I want to do a mech suit, so I end up drawing a mech suit. Now, for the pose, because you would have seen this in the thumbnail, I took a lot of inspiration from Samus. So this suit does end up looking a bit like Samus. A little bit more like Samus than I would have liked, but hey, it still ends up really cool, and I really enjoyed drawing it, so that's what matters. Okay, so right now I'm drawing the body, and well, there's not really much to describe right now. I'm pretty much getting the legs. The leg I'm drawing right now is at a bent angle, and I actually end up erasing the body once I get the legs done, because I didn't like how the legs and body connected, and I felt like the body had to be a bit farther up so I could have slightly longer legs. So I do end up, once I get the second leg drawn, I end up erasing the body. This drawing took me not actually that much longer, probably like 20 minutes longer than the last one, and I think that's just how robotic stuff usually is. It just has a lot of small details, so I didn't end up doing the shading, but I did do a ton of little details in this, and I think it's actually, I'm not the best at drawing humanoid things, and this came out really well, so I'm happy with that. So I also thought of a bit of a story for this, so let's get into that. Welcome, pilots. This is the X-11 Super Soldier Prototype Enhancement Suit. Sorry, couldn't think of a word. The enhancement suit does not come with any integrated weaponry except for a ammunition belt on the right arm. However, the suit itself is a weapon. It not only increases your durability and strength, but also your speed, maneuverability, and even gives you flight capabilities. The suit will give you the strength of, you know the saying, strength of 10 men? No, this one gives you 100. It's pretty strong. I mean, designed it myself, so I would know. You will be equipped with the Plasma X rifle. The Plasma X rifle is the high-powered rapid-fire beam weapon, which beam and rapid-fire don't really go together, but hey, we made it work. The suit is comprised of titanium alloy mixed with pretty much everything else we thought was durable, and we mixed enough of it together that, you know, it looks cool. You can paint it however you want, we don't really care. But we plan to use this suit to gain the upper hand in the battlefield. This should make every individual soldier worth 10 or 100, like I said. The strength on its own is pretty impressive. This suit will make our soldiers unstoppable. And hopefully with that we will be able to defeat the many monsters of this world as well. Because yes, in case you're new, for whatever reason this planet is covered in monsters. The dragons, goblins, ogres, I don't even know. It's like every single fantasy offers dream world. And, you know, this suit gives us the capabilities we need to defend it. Now, this suit went through many phases in early development, and we didn't really like the shape. So we remolded it, and it's got a lot bulkier and added a lot more armor. Also, just some fun stuff for flares. Now, I've pretty much run out of things to say about this suit because I did not actually plan a script. I just thought about a few things in my head. So time to change back to my regular voice and pretend like this never happened. Okay, so basically, now that I've readjusted the body, don't worry about the gun right now. The gun gets fixed later. Right now I'm giving it its flight ability because I wanted to make it look like it was hovering in this pose, almost, or flinging itself backwards. So that's what I ended up doing. I made the left hand have a repulsor blast, kind of like Iron Man, going down into the ground. In fact, Iron Man's where I got the idea to have these kind of repulsors on the legs. And I originally did repulsors on the right foot as well, but I didn't think that looked good, so I get rid of that later. And instead, it just looks like he's flinging himself back. I actually really like the gun. I've never drawn a gun before, but this one came out really nice. Well, actually I have, but all the guns I've drawn have been attached to not mech suits, but mech, like, bipedal walking machines. Oh, okay, so what I'm doing right now, these unfortunately ended up looking a bit more like ears than I would have liked. If you've ever played the game Ratchet and Clank, it kind of ends up looking like it belongs to a Lombax. But, I was looking at reference pictures, just like I used Samus for the pose. I was looking at reference pictures for a bunch of mechs, primarily for the head, and a bunch of them had these face plates that went backwards. And I tried to do that, and it ended up looking a bit like ears. In the end, I actually think it went pretty well. Like, the ear thing didn't bother me so much by the end, the longer I looked at it. But when I was first drawing it, yeah, it looked a bit too cat-like for me. Basically, I gave it those metal side plates, like I said, but I had a little thin line coming out of it as if it's like an antenna, so that's where it's receiving its signal from. And I liked actually my first visor design. I didn't think I'd like the first visor design. I was going to go through quite a few, but the first one actually turned out really nice and doesn't look too much like Samus. Looks a bit more like not Master Chief. I don't know whose visor it looks like. Maybe a combination of the two, but it looks nice. So I ended up keeping the visor, and I added little details on the bottom, like that maybe they're rebreathers or something. And right about now that I've got the shape, I start making these ammo. I don't know what I called them when I was doing the description. Ammo belts. Yeah, ammunition belts. See, I gave it these ammunition belts on the arm, so as if the mech is loading the gun itself. Maybe with, like, plasma canisters or something. I'm not really sure. Also, I gave it this thing on the back. I'm not sure if that's, like, a jetpack or just extra armor. But it looks cool, so I'm glad I put it there. Now, this is where I started adding just a bunch of detail everywhere. Like, I added another... well, this time I added, like, a pipe connecting that backpack. So maybe that backpack's like a fuel energy pack to the body. Maybe it's what allows it to move. I'm not sure. But, it was pretty fun, so that's all that really matters. And here's me just adding details. And I changed that connection. And even in the end, I think the connection of the left leg looks a bit weird. But, hey, it's better than it was, so I'm happy with that. And this is another drawing, just like last week, where when it started, I was considering just erasing the whole thing and starting over. And I kind of did that. I erased the body, but I kept the legs. So again, I'm kind of thinking, hey, don't ever just give up on a drawing until you finished it, because they usually end up fixing themselves. Or the longer you look at it, just the more you end up liking it. I added more plates to the arm to make it look like it had more moving pieces, because I didn't feel like... Also, I was adding anything I could to make it look a little less like Samus, but, I added those to give it extra moving parts, and in the end, I actually like this so much that I might end up putting this in a digital art program and coloring it. I won't post that because it's Inktober, so it's black and white. But I may actually end up coloring it just for myself. I don't know what colors I'll use, but I'll figure that out later. Um, tomorrow... Now, this video is coming out a bit late because this one took me longer, and I was more busy today than I was yesterday. And to be completely honest with you, I actually started the first Inktober drawing. Actually, I finished the first Inktober drawing the day before October 1st, and then did the editing on October 1st. So I had a lot more time to do that one, even though it took me less time. But that's why this one's coming out a bit late. Now tomorrow's going to be hard, because I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't have a plan whatsoever. These last two I've had an idea for what I wanted to do. I've known from the beginning with the mech suit, I didn't want to do like a normal suit. I wanted to do some kind of robotic enhancement suit. And again, I actually really like the way this came out. It's probably my favorite, I say humanoid because it's more robotic than human. But this is probably my favorite humanoid drawing. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I figure it out. Bye.